The untold rivalry between Nike and Adidas. Have you ever wondered what happens when two of the biggest sportswear giants lock horns in a battle for global dominance? What drove Kanye West to leave Nike, the world's most powerful sneaker brand, and team up with Adidas, turning Yeezys into a cultural phenomenon? There has been a fierce competition between two giants in the sneaker and sporting markets for decades. Nike, which is the clear market leader in athletic shoes, and Adidas, which is making a strong case for style and new ideas. At the heart of this competition is not only a fight for market power, but also a fight for cultural relevance, new ideas, and loyal customers. This competition is most clear in the story of Kanye West's big move from Nike to Adidas and the war that followed for shoe supremacy. The Yeezy effect, Kanye's move that changed the game. Kanye West showed off his first Adidas collection in Soho on a cold February evening during New York Fashion Week. The event was very important for Adidas because it was the launch of the Yeezy Boost 750s. The futuristic leather high tops with spaceship-grade foam soles were both a fashion statement and an open letter to Nike. Kanye's angry words on stage made the feud stronger. "Do we no longer wear that other company?" he asked the 10,000 fans, some of whom had come in a 15-degree weather to see the concert-like event. It was, of course, Nike that other company was. Kanye had left that business after years of being unhappy with it. When Kanye left Nike in 2013, it was a big deal. He quit because he couldn't be creative, he wasn't happy with his pay, and he felt disrespected overall. He said, "They weren't giving me the chance to grow." Adidas, on the other hand, believed in Kanye's ideas and let him make boots that are now some of the most sought after in the world. It was clear from the results. The first 9,000 pairs of Yeezys sold out in minutes, and now they're selling for $1,500 or more each. Kanye's work with Adidas not only raised the brand's profile, but it also sparked a new interest in sneakers in ways that Nike hadn't planned. Nike's history of success. Nike has been the clear leader in the sneaker business for decades. Nike's market value is $86 billion, and they control 62% of the US market. Their success is due to new products, aggressive marketing, and a huge list of celebrity support. From Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Kobe Bryant to Drake and other pop culture stars, Nike has always teamed up with winners. Nike has stayed ahead of its competitors by combining high-performance sportswear with well-known culture items. The company puts a lot of money into design. Compared to Adidas, it has over 650 designers working for it. Iconic models like the Air Max and Air Jordan have become important parts of sneaker culture. People want them not only for how well they work, but also for their history and style. People also want to hurt Nike because of its size and success. Some people say that the company is stifling and overly formal, with a culture that values control over creativity. Even professional designers at Nike have been angry, saying that there is an environment of distrust and intimidation. Adidas's plan to beat the underdog. Adidas, on the other hand, has set itself up as the underdog that has an edge. Even though Nike has been stronger in the US for a long time, Adidas was still very strong in Europe, where big soccer teams like Manchester United and Real Madrid wore their clothes. But around the middle of the 2010s, Adidas were brave enough to go up against Nike at home. Mark King was named head of Adidas Group North America, and the company put more emphasis on being culturally relevant. Adidas made a smart move when they signed Kanye West, but they also went after other famous people like NBA star James Harden and singer Pharrell Williams. Along with new goods like the Boost line and partnerships, Adidas made a name for itself as a brand that was cooler, edgier, and more forward-thinking. Adidas's strategy wasn't just about advertising, it was also about coming up with new ideas. The patent-protected springy Boost sole changed the game by providing ease and performance that were unmatched. At the same time, Adidas took old styles like the Stan Smith and Superstar and made them more fashion-forward instead of sporty. The fight to be culturally relevant. Sneakers are no longer just for sports. They've become fashion statements and signs of who you are. These days, people wear them everywhere, from the office to the aisle at a wedding. This change in culture has made the competition between Nike and Adidas stronger as they try to win over the hearts and wallets of a generation that is crazy about sneakers. The Yeezy line was a big deal for Adidas. Adidas took advantage of the hype-driven nature of sneaker culture by making limited edition shoes that people really wanted. Due to their limited availability, Yeezys gave people a sense of rarity, which drove up resale prices and made the brand a synonym for desire. On the other hand, Nike has kept using its classic styles and big names. For example, the Air Max is still a culture icon that is celebrated with big advertising campaigns and events every year on Air Max Day. Nike has stayed on top as the brand of choice for both sneakerheads and regular people because it can combine old-school style with new technology. What innovation and design can do for you? Innovation has always been a big part of the competition between Nike and Adidas. Flyknit and Zoom Air are two of the most innovative technologies that came from Nike's Innovation Kitchen, a top-secret design center. But the company's rigid structure has also caused well-known employees to leave. There were three top designers at Nike in 2014, Denis Dekovich, Mark Miner, and Mark Dolce. They all left for Adidas because they thought they would have more freedom to be creative there. Adidas took advantage of these people leaving Nike by opening a design office in Brooklyn that was meant to be the opposite of the company's culture. The studio pushed people to try new things and tried to get a feel for street culture so that the images they made felt new and real. Nike still has the most resources and the biggest business in the industry, but Adidas's desire to take risks has helped it slowly chip away at Nike's lead. Many people have said good things about the Boost line's comfort and performance, and Adidas's work with avant-garde designers like Rick Owens has made the brand even more known as a fashion-forward one. The dynamics of finance and the market. Even though Adidas has had some recent success, Nike still has more money than any other company. Nike has a much bigger marketing budget than Adidas does every year, and it can spend more on endorsements and ads than Adidas. Because of this financial edge, Nike has been able to stay ahead of Adidas and keep its lead. Adidas's plan to focus on niche markets and cultural importance, on the other hand, is starting to work. Even though Nike still has a much bigger share of the market, Adidas has grown very quickly in recent years, especially in the US. 10 years ago, Adidas only had a 5% share of the US market. Now in 2023, they have about 11%. Where the rivalry is going? Nike and Adidas are still competing with each other, even though the shoe business is changing all the time. Both brands are looking into new technologies, such as using eco-friendly materials and virtual reality to make shopping more fun. They are also working even more closely with artists, athletes, and designers who can help them keep up with the latest culture trends. It will be hard for Adidas to keep up the pace it has built up over the last 10 years. Kanye West's controversial behavior and final breakup with the brand have caused a lot of uncertainty for the Yeezy line, even though it has been very successful. Adidas will have to come up with new ways to connect with people and set itself apart from Nike. Meanwhile, Nike has to deal with the difficulties of being a star in a field that is changing quickly. The company has a big advantage because of its history, but to beat rivals like Adidas, it will need to stay flexible and listen to what customers want. There is more going on between Nike and Adidas than just a fight between two brands. There is also a clash of ideas, cultures, and plans for the future of shoes. Nike's success comes from decades of coming up with new ideas and being good at marketing. Adidas, on the other hand, has positioned itself as the cooler, more daring option. This competition will shape not only the shoes we buy, but also the culture we live in as the sneaker business grows and changes. You can be on Team Nike or Team Adidas, but one thing is for sure, the race isn't over yet. Enjoying the content? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more exciting stories like this one.